Hey everyone. So today is a video all about being a highly sensitive person. And there's gonna be multiple things being talked about. I almost did not do a video this week because I was so nervous and I don't even know. But as you can see, I no longer have the dreadlocks. And it was such a sad day to brush them out. But I'm a highly sensitive person, and that's all I can say. I never really understood. The first time this is the third time I've had dreadlocks, and every time it was around the 2-month mark that I brushed them out. And I thought, well, it's because I couldn't handle the rejection from all the people. And then I thought, no, it's because of this and because of that. And the truth is, around the 2-month mark, the dreads actually start doing what they're supposed to do. And they actually start working and like dreading and like getting tough at the roots. And the truth is, you guys know me. I'm a highly sensitive person. I am such a highly sensitive person that I ruin my Leuchtturm. Most of my Leuchtturm journals that I'm in every day, I actually ruin. I will put that video down below. I like have to curl the cover because I want it soft. And I know that Leuchtturm, because a lot of people are like, you do know Leuchtturm makes soft covers. I know Leuchtturm makes soft covers. This is what I'm in right now, currently. This is my current journal for September. But the pages aren't they are numbered. I didn't realize they were numbered. But there's only like 100-something pages, whereas in the hardcover, they have way more pages, and the hardcover is better-ish because it has so many more pages. This I will literally go through in September. At least a Leuchtturm takes me, like if I use the hardcover, it should give me 2 months. Sometimes, depending on the season, it only gives me 1 month. But I will be finished with this in September and then choosing a new journal. But being a highly sensitive person, it's also the reason why, and I hate to show you guys this because this is really brave of me. This was the first ever publication I ever did as an indie author. And I love it and hate it. I have a love-hate relationship with it. But did you guys know, as of, I don't know when I'm going to publish this, if I'm going to actually put this on YouTube today or on Sunday. If you're seeing this on Sunday, it's because I was brave enough to hit publish, and it is the 8-year anniversary of me being an official published author. 8 years ago, I got this tattoo, because all of my tattoos, I don't think I ever did a tattoo video for you guys, but my tattoos, I did not do my sleeve at once. I did pieces here and there over a 10-year span. I had to think, because the first thing I ever did was this woman here. Over a 10-year span, and the day that I became a published author, I went and got this pen on my hand. And then, I mean, all of these, it looks like one piece, but it's not. It's a bunch of different artists on the same arm. And when it was somewhat full, I went to my amazing guy who's here in Cary, North Carolina, Lee from Red Leaf Tattoo. He is amazing, by far, who my kids will go to when they get their first tattoo. We've like tried to like instill it in them. He's amazing. He did that, and then he pieced it all together. He like joined them all, and he did do a little, he's from China, he's Chinese, and he's very woo-woo. And so when he pieced it all together, he did this little, and it'll be interesting to see if it actually becomes true. I know this is rambling, but you guys know what to expect here on my channel. He added these dandelions, and he said, as he was adding them, he looked at me and he was like, you do know that for every dandelion, I don't know what they're called, but the things that like you blow and wish, that's going to be how many grandchildren you have. And I'm looking at it going like, okay, that's a lot of grandchildren. But it was just like so sweet and so story filled. Anyhow, 8 years ago, tomorrow, I'm filming this on Saturday, September 11th. I might publish it today. I might wait till tomorrow. I don't know. But September 12th, 2013 was September 12th, 2013 was the first publication. It was when Saving Katie Baker came out, which I never talk about, and it is not even listed in my Amazon author platform. I did it under H. Mattern, and it is a very messy novel, but this is the novel that made me a writer. This is my beginning. Some people have asked, why don't you rewrite it? Because I have grown and learned since then. But the reason I don't is because I like knowing where I started. I like knowing that I began as a Christian romance author who then tried to turn her Christian romance novel into a contemporary fiction, and it didn't quite work out, and all that mess. I see it here, even though nobody else does. But yeah, tomorrow marks my 8-year birthday of being an indie author. And yet, since writing this, I have not written fiction, but that's a whole other story. We're talking about being highly sensitive. All right, so highly sensitive issues. And I am getting somewhere with this. When I published this, Amazon only had one option, glossy covers. I will tell you, I hated having this in my hands. I was like, why? I don't understand. And I almost decided to go traditionally published because I did get I did have a contract that was written up to traditionally publish this book. Not the full book, but it was the idea. They wanted to work with me. I chose not to. But when I saw the cover, I was like, oh, I couldn't stand to hold it. I couldn't, and it bugged me. I'm so glad that Amazon now has matte covers because I am a matte cover girl through and through, okay? I mean, let's just, favorite books, like, yes, they're both Ray Bradbury, but I mean, come on, he's amazing. The matte covers, there's something about the way it feels. The soft cover Leuchtturms, there's something about the way it feels. And yes, I know this is probably really bugging some of you that I'm doing this, but this is how I treat my journals because they're meant to be carried around and meant to be lived in, okay? Why am I talking about being highly sensitive? Because that's the reason I combed out my dreads. At the 2-month mark, every time they got hard and the fuzzy babies that were soft start to become teenagers, it's part of the growing process, and I could never handle it, and I never understood why until now. Because a week ago, I'm sitting there and I have hives on the back of my neck, and I even turned to my husband, I'm like, are you gonna be disappointed if I brush out my dreads? Because I can't do this. Like, it's not even how people view me. Honestly, this time, I was more worried about how people would view me brushing them out than I was having them. But the truth is, I need the softness. That's why I live in sports bras. This may be TMI, but okay, so rambling, sidetrack. I'm not gonna go there. That's TMI for somebody else. But anyways, that's why there's a friend of mine that's super sweet, and I did say, just FYI, this might be TMI, and her husband like walked in and was like, yep, and then like walked out, and it was just super cute to hear her say that. You know who you are. I'm not gonna mention your name, but you know who you are. Anyways, so TMI, I am so highly sensitive that I can't wear normal bras. I literally live in these strappy, I wear certain sports bras for running that are more like, you know, hold you in. But I live in these little cutesy sport bras from Target because I can't wear a normal bra. I feel like it cuts into my ribs and I just can't breathe. And so having the dreads at the 2-month mark, when it started to get so, like, it started to look amazing. I loved how I looked in my dreads. I missed them terribly. But the truth is, I might have looked great, but I felt horrible because I'm a highly sensitive person. Being a highly sensitive person is a gift and a curse in some ways. And so that's why you guys are seeing me with my hair brushed out, because I couldn't handle being a highly sensitive person with dreads. I would love to know, however, if you are a highly sensitive person who's very sensitive to textures and feelings and things like that, and do have dreads, how do you handle it? Because it was a lot for me. It was a lot to even hang in till the 2-month. And then at the 2-month, I was literally like, my skin was crawling. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't. So that's my story on the dreads for everyone that's interested, because I thought I might as well start with that, since the future videos you're going to see me, I'm not going to have dreadlocks. And it's a bummer because I did think they started to look really beautiful, but how I feel is more important to me than how I look. And I just didn't feel good. I didn't feel okay. I crave the softness. So that's where we are. And I will go into all of these other things that I kind of hinted at and shared, like the current journal I'm in and book stuff. Yeah, but happy birthday, Saving Katie Baker. If you guys want to read a very messy, very, very messy novel that began as a Christian romance and then turned into not, and is full of mistakes. Yeah, that's out there for you. I don't usually claim it, but I figured we're being real here, so I would go ahead and share that. Anyhow, fiction is coming, and that scares the mess out of me, because for whatever reason, fiction feels scarier than nonfiction. And ever since my book birthday 8 years ago, I stopped writing fiction. But it's coming. Yeah. And the same friend that I mentioned before said, do what scares you. That's happening in 2022. So stay tuned.